No more misbehaving. No more miss me not. No more misbehaving. Then I'll see what you have got. No more stormy weather. No more, that's for sure. No more stormy weather. I won't see you anymore. Bring it down. Bring it back forever. Bring it down on the ground. Safe and sound. Bring it back to never. Bring it down on the ground. No more secret talking. No more nails on top. No more secret talking. I don't think you'll ever stop. No more misbehaving. No more miss me not. No more misbehaving. Then we'll see what you are not. Bring it down. Bring it back forever. Bring it down on the ground. Safe and sound. Bring it back to never. Bring it down on the ground.
I don't even know if our theme song's playing because it's that kind of day. So
No, it did. It did.
Oh, it did.
I was
Oh,
rocking
really?
out to it. I mean, and it was almost an upset. I'm sorry. Okay, I got to turn off. We do not on the Black Unicorn and White Witch have permission to broadcast NFL games, but damn, this is
No.
a good one.
Okay, well, how much of it is left? You said they were in overtime.
They're in overtime. Yeah, they're in
Okay.
overtime. Okay. All right. You know what?
What?
I want my Bengals.
Are they your Bengals now? Is that because your team's out, so now they're your Bengals?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I co-opt anybody who's the underdog always.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, hey, everybody. Welcome to the Black Unicorn and the White Witch here on Facebook, YouTube, and Just Intercepted. Thank you, Sarah.
Yes,
Hello. Thanks for joining us here.
I know.
So while you're doing that, we appreciate everybody who is joining us. I'm going to do this right away this week because I'm having this week. If you can't tell, my hair is literally, I had a last minute shower episode just now with Cyclone Kiss, so my hair is literally wet and I didn't have any time to put on any makeup and I don't care. But I promised him that I would make him pancakes, and things have pushed pancakes back farther and farther and farther. So we're going to do this today.
Shannon too, which is my favorite.
Whenever we're going to do this right now.
This is when Shannon becomes a roving reporter. Yes. Yes.
I don't have a choice.
No, you don't. You don't.
Some
He's
days
in a mood. You were saying
parenting
he's
comes
he's
in
like, I want
over.
pancakes, but I also don't want to wear pants, and I don't want to toilet properly. I want to do all the things. I want all of my favorite things. Eating
Right.
pancakes without pants. It
Correct.
does sound like squad goals.
I know. I'm like, I get why you think that's okay, but it's not okay. We can do that today. So, what we're going to do is we are going to go over a couple of pop culture stories that we said we were going to do, but I'm going to do it even though she's technically the bitter baker. I am going to.
We're having a cooking segment. Shannon also is amazing. Shannon is also a very good cook. Shannon does not talk about her cooking, but she makes a mean tamale. I will say that.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. I am a very I'm a good home chef. That's what I am. A very good home chef.
Yeah.
So it doesn't always come out as pretty as I would like, but we work things out. And today we're not making anything super complicated. So Tiffany, I know you were watching the game. I think part of our discussion is normally because what time does the big game start next week? I think we should table.
Well, there's nothing next week because this is we're gonna get the champions this weekend, and then we get the week off, and then it's the Super Bowl. So we got another week.
Are you sure it's not the 6th?
I am sure.
Okay.
It actually, for the very first time in history, it coincides with the beginning of the Winter Olympics.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Which I was watching so much women's gymnastics today, Michigan State versus Michigan University.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Gymnastics? What? There's gymnastics going on this time of year as well?
Oh yeah, I was watching it at the bar, because I'm like, I'll watch whatever at a bar. I'll watch whatever sport at a bar. And I mean, I believe there was a time in my life when my ass kind of was that tight at one point, but I don't know. I don't think so. Like they do all their tumbling and their runs and all that, and then everything stays in place.
Mm-hmm.
I think I had a moment like that once. It was like a 2-week period in my early 20s.
Good to know. All right, so we won't worry about whether we should table it until the 13th then, whatever that is. So if you wonder, so we're starting a base. We have a whole wheat pancake mix.
Okay, I can't see the ingredients, and that's okay. There we go. Whole
that's
wheat,
the first one
because a lot of people that watch this probably don't realize how granola you are. You are more granola than most of any of my friends. Like you told me about putting chia seeds and stuff years before it was ever a thing on Instagram. You're like, I just put a tablespoon of chia seeds. I put chia seeds on his pizza. I put frozen spinach on his pizza because
because you have to figure it out as you can. So here's so we did 3. I don't follow the directions specifically, but I kind of have a ratio. I have a ratio when I'm making this thing. So there's the whole
Sarah's in the chat. And she's telling me we're on first and goal. So I'm turning it back on. If we get banned and this episode gets pulled down, I don't care.
Okay. All right. So Sarah's thanks for sharing.
I just want to see. It's behind my head. If you want to watch, if you want to listen to us and watch football at the same time, unlicensed football.
All right. Do you want to see what I'm putting in next, Tiffany? So here we go.
Flaxseed. Okay, so all right, so this is where I am. You always like to say this is where I'm at in the journey. I'm also saying that to myself. I now put flaxseed liquid in my smoothies in the morning.
Yes,
with my chia seeds and my spinach.
Right. This is the mixed berry variety, so this Cyclone Kid can have some.
What is flaxseed anyway? Where the hell does that come from?
Well, flax is it's actually a grain type thing, and then they grind it into this, and so it's a fiber, a good way to get fiber in your diet.
Okay.
Also includes because this also has the omega-3s in it, so it has all that. So
the omega-3s. Because here's the thing: we all tried the omega-2s in the 80s, and we realized no, you got to go 3. You got to go 3. You can't have omega-2s.
No. And then this is the next thing that I'm putting in his mix. So that is
what is it?
It's collagen peptides powered. It's collagen
peptide. That's right. Because we want him to have nice, beautiful cheekbones.
And the other reason why I use this, yes, chia seeds do fluff up in a shake. So you're right. So that is correct.
Thank you,
Miss
Peggy.
Peggy Miller.
Peggy knows.
Peggy, welcome to the chat. Hello, Peggy. I actually put this collagen powder. The reason why I use this collagen peptide is because organically my son is very into a lot of carb related things. And so this was a way for me to get all the 11, not the 9. That's okay, Sarah. We don't hold it against you.
Sorry, I got the game on behind me, Sarah. Okay.
Yeah, right, so this was a way for me to get some additional protein in his diet. So I started putting that in stuff.
Get your good peptides.
Yeah. So
and see, now we get to look at Shannon's pretty kitchen, which I helped paint.
Which you did help. You helped immensely. Like this countertop was you. You guys helped me do that. So yeah, so I put that in. We're gonna put 1 egg in it as well.
One egg. All right. We got the flaxseed. We got the grains. We got an egg.
But my friend, Dr. Amy Johnson Grass, when I was looking for a protein powder that was clear, so they have clear soluble fiber powders, and that was easier. And so I was like, well, I wonder where I could find a protein one. And so she's the one that suggested this Vital Proteins. Sarah, the thing about this is a great brand of this one. It's the kind of thing that if you have the brand that I have, you can use it in anything. And so what I usually do from personally, like I use it in it blends well in water, even if you put it in a shaker bottle, this particular collagen.
Oh, that's good.
So you can put it in anything. Yeah. So it's one of those things. They also make a, I put it in my tea in the morning and those kind of things. So I'm gonna put the eggs away because my kitchen is not that big and I need space. So,
this might be over in just a second.
Because she said, Bengals win. Bengals win.
King is good. Yeah. Okay. All right. Because Tom Brady retired.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is probably next. Mahomes is like, my career is over.
Right.
Super Bowl. He's I've got to imagine though that he's kind of annoying.
Who?
Patrick Mahomes. Doesn't everybody just go to Super Bowls? I think he went to his first Super Bowl when he was 25. It's kind of like when you're a comedian and you get a Comedy Central at 25 and you're like, doesn't everybody just have a Comedy Central at 25?
That's what you do. Mm-hmm. That's what you do.
Awesome. That's awesome. These guys came way from behind. They came from behind so more than a prom date. They super did.
I have to take your I'll take that. You're the one that knows about it. I did not go to prom. So
you didn't go to prom?
Yeah.
You never told me that. You never told me that you didn't go to
prom. I didn't? I thought I did.
You didn't go to prom?
No.
Why didn't you go to prom?
I don't know why I didn't go. I don't remember why I didn't go junior year. But senior year, I first Super Bowl since 1989. Wow.
Go Cincy. Well, and here's the thing. Wow. Do you know? Okay, it's because we're radio people, right? You remember, of course, the television show WKRP in Cincinnati?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The actor who played Johnny Fever died today.
Oh.
So Cincinnati has to win.
That helps. What a weird week. What a very weird week.
I know, shit. Everybody's dying.
Yeah. Ugh. So
except for me. This will never end. This is a journey.
Here, and if it does, we have a plan now. We've talked about it. So
yeah, and we are launching my business, which is designer funerals. So if anybody,
I'm whisking.
Think about it. So. Do you really trust your children to intern you the proper way? Sure, you can plan for the service and all that stuff, but who's doing lighting? Who's doing the catering? What is the guest list? What are the decorations? What's the backdrop? I'm telling you, this is the new thing.
I don't think it's opposed because and I found out just because of what we covered today on my radio show, the Red Hot Real Estate Show. We were talking about probate, and so now I know how to market your thing because we market it to them, and then they write us into their trust.
Yeah.
because you can be so specific in your trust. So if they write us into the trust that they have to hire us to do the funeral, now that's how we make sure that it happens. So, because if you just
Boom.
put it in your will, they don't have to listen. But if you put it in your trust,
They
then you
have
can put it
to.
that way. So if you guys
Oh,
wonder, so all right, so here's where we're at
yeah.
to this point. All right, so we have this. So that's
Oh, there we go. There we go.
it's wheat pancake mix. It's some collagen peptide powder. It's some ground flaxseed, an egg, and then basically the ratio of in liquids, it's 1/3 almond milk, and then the other 2/3 of the liquids are straight up water, and that's what I put in it. And that is what I usually make his pancakes out of. And so that is what we're gonna do in the meantime.
Oh, Shannon, while you were cooking, we got a customer. Sarah's in. Sarah Fleet.
Yes.
Next time I redo
So
my
we need
stuff,
to
I'll
hurry
put
up,
you
come
guys
up
down.
with a name.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Sarah. We appreciate you, Sarah.
You know,
It's gonna
because
work
here's
out.
the thing, you know, sometimes people don't appreciate the obsessions. Like, clearly, I have a lot of Barbies. I love Barbies. Shannon loves dragons and
Yep.
anime and swords and
Yes,
Funko Pops.
Mike. Yes, we agree with you. So
I know,
You're a
God
little-
rest Johnny Fever.
I
But
can do that appropriately. I'm upstairs, so I can do that. We can. I'm here. That's the wine. So we'll pour a little liquor out for Johnny.
oh,
Fever.
there's the little liquor. Okay, I was like, oh, you're putting that in
Ready?
the pancakes for the kids. Perfect.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Oh, you're pouring it down the drain? No, you put
Well,
it
I'm
in your
not pouring it on my floor. I'm pouring some liquor out for Johnny Fever, but I'm not mopping.
I mean, I
No.
appreciate that, but I mean, I like that wine. I saw that bottle. That's that blue
Oh
one.
yeah,
No one
this
said
is that Azuli that you like.
We
So yeah,
like
no,
that wine.
it's I can get another bottle.
All right.
We can't get another Johnny Fever. I can get another bottle, so we'll be fine. That's
that
right.
was
And
what really.
only-
Okay, so I'm sorry. I interrupt you.
So all right, so we're over here. So I put a little spray on the thing.
On your griddle.
On my
Okay,
griddle.
so do you make silver dollar or do you make like big pancakes?
You know, here's the thing: is that I use a 1/4 cup dry measuring cup.
You measure them. Oh, okay.
So that's the way that I get them out there. So it's not, I've never measured how big around they end up being, but they end up being closer to full pancake size because of this. So I do that. I use that. And that's what I use in order to get them out of one thing into the other. Tiffany, one of my our favorite stories, I want to cover this one real quick. And I don't have the article with me, but I could probably find it. So we've all heard about all the scams and the catfishes that are out there for people.
Yes.
And there was
You sent
one.
me this. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
so there was one over the week that actually made me really sad. So it was a catfishing scam that a 17-year-old boy fell for on Instagram. And part of the reason why this resonated with me is that I always feel really bad because it's usually young people, some or really elderly people that fall for these kind of things. So this was a dating one. So somebody that he barely knew hit him up on Instagram and said, "Hey, would you like to be my sugar baby?"
Right.
And so they sent him a DM and said, yeah, they're like, no sex, no anything like that. Just, hey, just talk to me. Maybe every once in a while we'll just do a video chat, something like that. So of course, the 17-year-old boy, I'm getting ready to pour. So the 17-year-old boy is like, yeah, I'm down. That sounds great. Because he's 17.
And wasn't there an allowance? They were going to pay him
they were going to pay him $500. Yeah, $500,
which is a lot more than the average parent, you're getting from these days. Right?
I kind of doubt that his allowance was $500 a week, just to I at least Cyclone Kid has to at least talk to me. So yeah, kind of thing. So they didn't have to do anything, right? And so this guy goes, yeah. This kid goes, yeah. I'm not later buying.
Is he saying? He is saying later buy. Tell Dominic to come in and say hi to me.
Yeah, he's treating it like you would any other phone call. So, hey, you okay?
Dominic, come in and say hi.
I'm making your pancakes. Nobody said that. So
come say hi. No one's going to dad's. No one said dad's.
So this poor kid. Yes, you have to wait for the package. So this poor kid agrees to it. And the way these scams work, and the reason I'm a lot interested in this too, is that I spent a weird amount of time going down the rabbit hole of what wire fraud and other stuff was and how these scams work. And so what these scammers did, they said, okay, I'm going to send you 2 checks for $2,500 a piece. All you need, you can keep $500 for your, deposit them both. You can keep $500 for yourself and then donate the rest to something else. And the kid's like, well, that sounds weird. Why do I have to donate it? Why wouldn't you just donate it? But not so weird that he didn't deposit it. And he deposited it into his account and then sent them, basically sent them the money, sent them the money back, Venmoed them the money back. And then, of course, the checks bounced. So he's out $5,000 in this account. And his mom's like, well, why didn't the banks this and why didn't that? And that's the part that's really sad, is that the mom was like the custodian on the account, thought she did everything right, was kind of watching stuff, thought she had the right alerts. And it turns out that she didn't. And so now they're all lesson learned. And that's just, that it made me feel bad on behalf of the whole family. Because the kid, he's like, oh, this sounds too good to be true. And he's too young to know that if it sounds too good to be true, it's too good to be true. But so that, like, how awful.
Yeah, it is awful. Lesson? It's awful, but also too, like, why did this young man not talk to his mother about it? The reason why he's learning this financial lesson is because he did not discuss with his mother. His mother would have been like, absolutely not. Stop trying to be a sugar baby online. Do not talk to these strange people. And, and lesson learned. And thank God he was never like compromised or in any kind of weird position. But I guarantee you he will never fall for another scam again.
Right. And it's just,
it's expensive. It's an expensive lesson to learn.
But that part I agree with you as well. It wasn't something that was a lesson. Like, at least he wasn't physically harmed, emotionally harmed, anything like that. He was just scammed. And he gets to be a cautionary tale for other people now and those kind of things. And so that is good. And it's funny. Have you ever gotten one of those DMs that encourages you to get one of these scams?
Oh God. Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, I can't think of one specifically, but I'm sure I have. I mean, there was, especially when like email was relatively new. And I know there's probably people listening that are like, what? Email was new at some point? Yes, during my lifetime, email was new. And I remember getting one. I was like, I'm an Arabian prince. And I'm like, Arabia is not really a place anymore. It's a general area. And I just, I'm just having trouble with my financing. And I'm like, I don't know why the hell you would ask somebody who lives in South St. Paul to help you with your finances. But fair enough. Ooh, that was my fault.
I took a screenshot of the last one I got. I actually got one a couple of weeks ago. An Instagram one. And I know I have a screenshot of it because my whole thing is that whenever I get one of these, because we have some friends and you see it on the internet a lot where people will like mess with the scammers and like either call them up if it's a phone one, or they'll text them back and forth and kind of like just play with the catfishers. And I always think that's really clever. And I think I'm going to do stuff like that. And then I don't. Because I just don't have the time or the patience to really do it. So I just kind of always back off. And so
give it to us. Give it to the Black Unicorn and White Witch audience. We have time. We have time.
All right, so here's what I got. The next one. So it was from somebody, the Bear King. The Bear King. And it said
Not Tiger King, Bear King.
Bear King Jeremy 539. It said, hello, beautiful. Are you interested in being my sugar baby and getting paid $2,000 weekly? I'm not asking you for nudes or dirty talk, just to keep me, just got you to keep my company. But I really appreciate this. You're a wonderful and beautiful woman. I'll treat you good. So that's the message that I got. So that's how you fall for this. Like you go, oh yeah, I don't have to do anything. You don't want any nudes. You don't have to do anything. You're gonna treat me good. And there's all these typos in it and all this stuff. So then
you have to help me launder money.
Right?
You are now in season 4 of Ozark.
So I looked at the rest of Bear King's Instagram posts. So you can see that they stole a bunch of this poor guy's pictures. They stole all his pictures. So they stole all these pictures of this guy. But then when you look back at the highlights, you can see the teenage girl that actually set up the profile. And so they hadn't cleared all of the old stuff out. They had just started afresh. And I think that they're just looking for lonely people, or young people, or slightly disadvantaged people who were like, yeah, I'm not going to do any due diligence. Just so this is the Smart Balance light with flaxseed oil buttery spread that
Even
I
your
use.
buttery spread has flax seeds.
Yeah.
You're a flaxseed evangelist. That's what you are.
You know
and your
what?
flax seeds. We don't even know where they come from, but
And
like,
it's not even that I'm that attached to flax seeds per se, but what I'm trying to do is that, especially since Cyclone Kid is so particular and only eats like 8 things that he has, I have to try and like fill up with a bunch of extra nutrients because I can't,
yeah, because he really will just eat. He will really just eat cheese pizza if you just left him to his own
eat just cheese pizza every day if I let him eat cheese pizza.
All right, let's see the pancakes. Let's see them.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me start the other one.
I saw a stack come off.
Yeah.
Let me see. I want to look. Okay. All right. Now that's legit. That is legit. Those are legit pancakes.
And I managed not to burn them even though I was talking.
First of all, those have a very good crisp on the outside. I love that. Oh, we've got someone new.
Hey,
hey Lucy.
Hey, Mandy. Hello. Hi. Hi. Hello.
Those are legit pancakes.
Thank you.
Have you ever had man cakes?
What are man cakes?
Man cakes. I was just introduced to this. There is a little place. Oh God, now I'm gonna forget the name. I'll look it up so I can shout them out properly. In Prescott, Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
And they do savory pancakes.
Oh,
so it's pancakes, but with like sausage. Like ground sausage, not sliced, not like, you know what I mean? Not like tube sausage, but like ground sausage or bacon or whatever. And then they pour the batter over it. And you can
That sounds interesting.
Oh, it's so good. And you can get them served. If you're one of those people that likes the sweet and the savory, you can definitely do the maple syrup on them. But they also give you the option, if you get the man cakes with the sausage, you can get sausage gravy, like gravy, like with
like what you get with biscuits and gravy. Yeah. So put a little butter on them. One thing I am fortunate about is that he is not a big syrup person. So at least I don't have to feel guilty that I am giving him additional sugar. You want to come get your pancake?
Right. He would like pancakes. He would like
pancakes because he likes sausage and he likes bacon.
It's called I got it. It's called the kitchen table. It's called the kitchen table. It's in Prescott,
and it's in Prescott,
Wisconsin. The kitchen table. And I'm telling you what I love about this. If I was going to open up my own restaurant, and believe me, I've talked to you about it a million times. I would love to do that. I love this. They have the menu everywhere. Like when you're standing in line to get in this place, and it's as big as a postage stamp. Yeah. And they give you the menu and you walk up to the cashier and you say what you want and you pay for it. And then you sit down and they give you a number and then they bring you the food. Yeah. Brilliant. Because right away, you got your order in. Yeah. You know? And if you think about it, it's so much less running when you're running a restaurant. I mean, so much less. It's like, look, find a table that's open. Here's your flag. Sit down. Bring in the food.
And I like that they've changed that methodology too, because like a lot of places, like I don't know, like a Five Guys or some of those in between those fast-ish food type restaurants have changed that methodology. Yeah, so that's great. Yeah. So I like it as well. Dominic, come here.
But go there. And it's super easy to get in the winter during the summer when it's boating season because Prescott's got a lot of, it's got a lot of boats and a lot of water activity. Like you might wait an hour to get into this place. And like I said, no, it's like as big as a postage stamp. And they're like, you walk in, like, what do you want? It's like going to New York a little bit. Like, what do you want?
You come up to the deli, you get your thing.
You sit at that table and we bring it to you when we're ready.
I like the efficiency of it. I agree.
So good though. So good.
Instead of like them coming to your table and watching you stare at the menu. Like, just figure it out.
Exactly.
Come here. Do you want these pancakes or no?
Okay. Oh, he better want those pancakes.
Oh no, it's fine. Here's the thing. This is why I don't cut them until he's decided that he's going to eat them. Because once I cut them, then he won't eat them.
Yeah.
But if I leave them, then he might go, okay, microwave them and I'll come back. So that's all fine. So there's another 4 that are there. I'll take those off and then I'll cook these and then we'll finish. It'll be fine. So yeah. So I'm trying to think what else we had in our chat that we were going to talk about this week.
Oh God, so much.
Yeah, we did. Do you want to talk about, here, let me show this one. I'm going to pull this up because we were talking about food today because it's all about pancakes. So you and I were just talking about Little Debbie's and how we like Little Debbie's.
Yeah.
Now it turns out that Little Debbie's is making additional ice cream flavors. So they had released.
No.
You didn't see this article?
No.
Yes.
Did you
Little
just send that? Oh my God.
Little Debbie's here.
Making ice cream?
Yeah. So here, look, I'll even show you. So what it is that they had made a limited ice cream before. And so now you can get them. There are additional levels of it. So you can see here. So here's what they're going to be. You're going to be
Zebra
able to
cakes ice cream.
Yeah. See, here's it is. So you'll be able to get Little Debbie ice cream flavors. They're it looks like they're going to be on average $2.50 at Walmart. And so the new ice cream flavors include, so are you ready? Here, I got it up for you. So the new ice cream flavors include oatmeal cream pie, cosmic brownie. Here we go. Your favorite, Tiffany. You ready for it? Zebra cakes ice cream.
Zebra cakes are superior to all other cakes. You know what? I need on an episode of The Bitter Baker, I need to get into Little Debbie's head and figure out how to make my own zebra cakes at home because there is something so poetic about them.
Mm-hmm. Well, these zebra cakes, this ice cream is going to be white cake ice cream with yellow cake pieces and milk chocolate fudge swirl throughout it. So your favorite is right there. Right there, you can see a little picture. Doesn't even the little cute containers look so adorable. Also available, honey buns ice cream. That's going to be honey bun flavored with glazed honey bun bits and sweet cinnamon swirl. You can get strawberry shortcake rolls.
Oh, strawberry shortcake would be good.
And look, it keeps going.
Swiss that's rolls. Your favorite.
That's my favorite.
Because we did have that argument about what's superior.
Oh, we can do that. So if anybody wants to let us know what their favorite Little Debbie is. Yeah, so Swiss rolls. They also have nutty bars. That's going to be peanut butter ice cream swirled with chocolatey waffle cones and pieces of a thick fudge swirl. I'm going to leave this picture up right here for a while. Just because that doesn't that look delicious?
I do love nutty bars.
Yeah.
But I mean,
so that's what we're going to be able to do.
That was kind of the crux of our conversation too, though, was like Little Debbie is the one brand where you eat it and it still tastes like it did in childhood.
I agree. That was what we were saying.
I don't know what that Harpy's doing.
Correct.
But it's not the same.
No, not at all.
No.
And there's some things that some brands where it's a big story when a Coca-Cola or somebody updates their brand. And you're like, okay, but do we like it? If there was new Coke, they're like, no, we don't like new Coke, make old Coke can. Would you like these pancakes?
Oh, show them on the camera. Show them on the camera. Say hi to everybody. Hi, Dominic. Hi, buddy.
Yeah, he's under all those pillows.
Mr. Man.
Come out. See, that's why I told you I was going to do this update because he's just been in not a bad mood, just doing his thing. You come here, bring me in.
Yeah.
Come here.
Mr. Dominic, those pancakes.
He's quite 13 today. He'll get
he's very 13. And, I can't believe.
Some days you're 13.
I cannot believe he's 13. I mean, I remember you and I became friends right after you gave birth to him. It still boggles my mind. Oh, see, these are gorgeous pancakes, dude.
Shall we cut them? Okay, we're actually going to cut them now because he's decided to get
we're
out
cutting
from
them
under
now. Okay. All right.
Well, he's outside. He's out from under the mountain of pillows, so we can cut him now. But yeah, I mean, I think it's just good example of you blink and they're giant because even when we talk about your son, you're like, wait a minute, how old is he? Kind of thing.
I have a 23-year-old. That's amazing to me.
And it's you're literally going, but you were tiny. Wait for what, buddy? Huh. Let me see. Here, get your pen. Oh, I got to charge it. I'll get it in a second. Here, come on. So, yeah. So, I mean, it is. It's so funny.
If he's eating, too, we can.
He's good. I want to finish this. So, but I do think it's just interesting because all those cliches about they grow up so fast, blah blah blah, all that stuff, and then you look around and you look, like you knew me when you have pictured me when he was literally inside of me. Now look at that.
Yeah.
Like
I know. He's
I'm
a
sitting there
full grown man.
Yeah, exactly. Sitting here, demanding pancakes, as he's allowed. He's allowed.
Yeah. As we're inclined to do.
Right. I mean, just because normally you don't have, it's like having a giant hobbit. That's what I have. Just because most people wouldn't have dinner for another couple hours, he wanted dinner now. I'm like, I'm not gonna argue with you today.
But breakfast for dinner is the most Midwestern thing, and it's also like the greatest gift. I love breakfast for dinner. I remember I would be like, every once in a while, I'm like, I got nothing. I got bacon, I got eggs, and I got potatoes in the freezer, right?
Well, I think.
And my kid would be like, "What's for dinner?" I'm like, "Breakfast for dinner," and they're like,
right.
It's like a celebration. It's like special, like breakfast for dinner.
Like I think our friend Sarah in the chat was telling me one day, like she was the one that reminded me that a lot of people call it Brenner.
So
right? Yeah. So I'm like, I love that.
Brenner.
Yeah, yep. I'm totally okay with that.
Yep.
I think that's great. So let's see. I'm looking.
My dear friend Beth Keller always. It was funny. I didn't know what the hell she was talking about
when she said,
but she was like, "We're gonna have muskos tonight." Muskos. And I'm like, what's muskos? I thought it was like a weird fish I hadn't heard of. Or something.
It does sound like a fish.
No,
like
it's
a muskie, but not.
It's leftovers. It's muskos.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't have thought that either.
Right? And it was always the last night that we were all camping in our, in our respected, rented cabins. And it's always Musco night. Musco.
Because you're right. It's got,
and it's like, so you might have a little sauerkraut. You might have a half of a potato. You might have a bratwurst. You might have a hamburger. You don't know. It's Muscos.
Right.
It's a frenzy. But if you name it seems cooler
than saying we got to eat whatever's left before it goes bad.
You got to eat leftovers. You got to eat what I give you. No, Muscos. It's Musco night. And they're like, you don't know what's going to happen on Musco night.
It does sound much. It is about the branding. The branding of that is much
properly. Better. That's the thing. That's the thing.
I like it.
I know exactly. Like French fries. That's one thing. Truffle fries. Now right. Branding. Do I want to pay $2 more at Red Cow for truffle fries? I didn't even want French fries until you said I could get truffle fries.
And it's funny, like you tell somebody that you put like a little bacon on something, and they're like, just puts a little bacon thing. That's a game called Pop the Pib, just so you know. I don't just have random pig chefs just sitting around this game.
I was slightly concerned for just the briefest moment.
Like, why do I
actually gonna take your mother up on that joke that you've been doing for like 10 years?
Have a puppet
about the puppet.
There's no puppet. No, it's a game called Pop the Pig. So that's it. Do you want more pancakes? Okay, come on, give me the plate. So, but I think that it's always a matter of branding. Like, even look at how much thought we put into, like, we changed the name of this live stream 3 times.
Right.
Didn't change the show, just kept tweaking the name, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So,
I think we're the next time we rebrand this show, we're just gonna call it Pancakes, and we're gonna hope that the gays follow us to the. They're gonna be like, yes.
They already do. So
they do. That is true.
Yeah. What did I do with the knife? How did I manage to lose that between?
Okay, so don't say that. Don't ever say that, because that's exactly how all horror movies start. I set this knife on the counter to protect myself, and now it's gone.
Well, fair enough, but I don't think my butter knife.
No, I'm not worried about it.
Very protecting.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things that how things come in sets of 4. I already have managed to misplace one entirely, so I only have 3. I've been looking for this extra, like the 4th butter knife of my set for like a month and a half. So I don't know if a couch ate it or whatever. Well, hello, Miss Mayberry. Hello.
Oh, Miss Wendy. Love you.
Wendy. I'm making pancakes for the kiddo.
Yep.
So You
she's
wonder
making
where
a
I
short
go.
stack. A little short
Yeah.
stack.
Yeah.
So I was going back through our text feed. This is interesting though. This woman, I don't want to say poor, but this Colorado police officer was forced to quit her job after her co-workers discovered that she had an OnlyFans account.
Yes.
That's crap.
I'm kind of like, I'm torn on this too, because the OnlyFans account that she had were sexy-ish or sexy-related pictures.
Yeah, but they weren't nasty.
Thank you, Wendy. He's eating them all. So I'm like, I guess they turned out okay. Because you know how it is. Even if they look okay, that doesn't mean your kid will eat them. But the thing is that even though they weren't completely graphic in nature, it was graphic enough. And she said that she'd had it for, I think, 6 months, something.
I think the article said 18, but yeah,
maybe.
And yeah.
Right.
Or no, I apologize. I think that's when she joined the force. You're right. I think you're correct.
So she hadn't had it for very long.
No.
And then somebody narked her out and found out about it. And then they told her, yeah, there's a problem. And here's the thing that I'm torn about. If she wasn't doing anything on company time, that's all interesting. But what they hemmed her up on was, it wasn't just that it was an OnlyFans account that was adult in nature, and that because she's trying to do like, hey, you shouldn't pick on me because I'm a sex worker. They more said, you can't have any part-time job without us okaying. And that's what they kind of tried to draw the line.
There is definitely some clauses in a lot of jobs about moonlighting, and that's
correct. And that's what
considered.
And so I could see, even if it wasn't an OnlyFans related thing, the thing about it being an OnlyFans account is you have a variety of access to patrons, and I could see how that might be an issue if, let's say, somebody was one of her biggest patrons.
Right.
Doesn't that kind of cause a conflict of interest? Because her job is, she's supposed to be,
well, then
you serve everybody.
Correct,
so that's
but
the
then
only thing.
you can recuse yourself and know that you already have a relationship with that person.
Right. And so that was
here's why I hate it. Cops have been making money on the dirty for a long time. She's honest about it. Like, oh, no, and I'm not trying to malign law enforcement. I am just stating facts. We do not pay law enforcement enough. We don't pay teachers enough. We don't pay nurses enough, and we don't pay cops enough. We don't.
Right.
Because otherwise you're going to be led towards temptation. She's doing something completely within, and I don't know what her specific agreement is with, her law enforcement contract, but yeah, I mean, law enforcement is way more overreaching even than like the contracts we had to sign when we were working in radio for morality clauses.
True.
You have to be 100% this way all the time. You can't smoke. You can't have any kind of implication that you're not perfect.
Right.
I mean, is that realistic? And do we want?
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the whole thing is, I do think that there's obviously still a double standard, because she got busted for having an OnlyFans account. Then another story that we had this week was about those shady nurses in New York that had been selling falsified vaccination records. So this was in Long Island. And so these two nurse practitioners had been selling falsified vaccination cards. Now that's bad enough.
Right.
Now, and they've made close to $1 million, I think, in this story. They've made a significant amount of money selling these fake COVID-19 vaccination cards in Long Island. But the one thing that was also interested in it, and they're doing stacks of money, no wonder they got caught. That's dumb. But the one lady, her husband is a New York Police Department new NYPD officer, and he's being investigated by the department's Internal Affairs Bureau for any involvement he might have had in funneling business his way. But this dude was already in trouble because he got busted in a different New York department, because it turns out that part of his job, let's see, He lost 5 vacation days in 2020 after he was accused of piloting an NYPD spy plane on a penis-shaped flight path in 2017 when he was a member of the department's aviation unit. And that dude clearly, but he got to keep his job. He lost like 5 vacation days.
So you
and
lost some
like,
PTO,
cool.
but I mean, you know, fair. Like,
why is that fair? Why is that fair?
Just flying in a penis shape? I don't know that you should
But
lose
he's
your
not even
job.
supposed to be flying
It's
the
not as
plane
bad
at
as
the
falsifying vaccination documents, but
right. What is that?
I drive my car in a penis shape all the time.
You're not a New York police deterrent. It is. It's a giant double standard. I agree, Wendy. I'm just over it. I'm all like, okay, why was he not fired? You know, why was he not fired? Yeah, it's just annoying. And at least, like you said, at least she was honest. Orange, I'll make you some orange. At least she was like, hey, my husband and I set up this thing.
Yeah.
Here's what we do in our spare time.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, you know? This is our hobby. He draws dicks. I don't draw blood. You know, I just, you know, I get why people want to capitalize on it though. I absolutely do.
On OnlyFans?
OnlyFans, fakes, vaccinations, anything you can make a buck. My grandfather, and you know, I'm not saying this is good advice, but my grandfather, and God rest Joe, was orphaned. He was not an orphan. His dad was alive. He still had family, but his mother died, and his father was like, well, you know, I've got 6 kids. The mom just died. I can't use the younger 2. I'm going to put them in an orphanage, which is what they did in the early 20s in New York.
Okay.
And my grandpa like hustled his way into the military, lied about being colorblind, gave a guy money so that he could tell him how the color blindness test worked so that he could pass and get in the military. And then he started an illegal card game in which only the captains and above, rank wise in the military, could play. And, you know, he basically was like, Tiffany, there's 2 things I want you to know. If you're going to be in a band, play the piano because you always get a chair. Second thing, it should never be against the law to take money from stupid people.
Okay.
And that sounds really harsh. I don't think it's okay to take money from people that are suffering from a cognitive disability or are disadvantaged in some way. But if you're just dumb, that's like the kid with the OnlyFans. I'm like, well, lesson learned, kid. You know what? You could have lost that $5,000 by going and talking to the wrong guy at the used car dealership too. You know,
come here. So
well, we're at 5:52. So if he wants you to rap,
yeah, he wants me to rap.
Yeah,
it's either that.
Tell him to come and say hi. Tell him to come and say hi.
Come say hi and stop aggressively hugging the cat. Come here. Come here.
Hi, Dominic. Hi, buddy.
Come here. Come get your orange and leave Luke alone.
Come say hi to Auntie Tiffany.
Come say hi. Say hello.
Hi, buddy.
Can you say see you tomorrow? Can you say see you tomorrow?
See you tomorrow. I'm coming over tomorrow. I'm going to come see you tomorrow.
Yeah. So Tiffany, here's the thing. I should wrap up, but I want to show you.
His voice has gotten deeper than like 2 weeks ago. Oh
gosh, yes, absolutely. What? You can come with me downstairs? Oh no, you come get your own. You have your own lap computer. So I'm gonna start wrapping up. But here's the other thing I want to show you. We had talked about this, and since this has turned into our cooking episode, I think it's appropriate that I'll show you what I got you that I'm going to give you tomorrow.
Is that the thing you told me about? Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Over here. I'm going to put this on pause and turn this. Hold on so I don't feed myself back. Off.
Yeah, you're only on one camera now. Are you feeding yourself?
I know, but if my sound is still on this other one, I'm just going to presume. I'm going to leave.
Because you're still on Miss Shannon too. There you go. Perfect. Yes.
Yeah. Shut down Miss Shannon too.
Woo!
Miss Shannon 1 shows me how tired I look. Whatever, I'm here. Okay, so here's what I'm going to show you. So our friend Jim and some other folks at the great console room, Doctor Who controversy. Thank you, Caroline. So Caroline, it's good to talk to you anyways. We'll have to check in, Caroline.
I don't
I'm
know
glad
what
that you're
Carolyn's
doing
saying
well.
is
So
sad though. I love you, Caroline.
here's
I don't know what she's telling me is sad. Is it sad because my grandfather said that, or is it sad that he went into an orphanage? Anyway, okay.
So what is not sad is that one of the panels that they had at Console Room 2020 was about cookbooks from fandoms. And so Tiffany, since I know that you're a big fan of this show, one of the cookbooks that they talked about was the unofficial Game of Thrones cookbook.
And I know I can tell you at least 2 recipes that are going to be in there. It's going to be the one kid who is Arya's friend who made the wolf-shaped bread. And then there's going to be a good mutton stew for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I'm excited.
Yeah, so there's a variety of things. As I was doing my research into fan base related or fandom based related cookbooks, there's actually at least 2 Game of Thrones ones. I just got this one because this is the one that they had at they talked about on the panel. So you can start with this one, and then as you work your way through it, we can get you the second one and see what you think. So I'll give this to you tomorrow when I see it.
Okay, first of all, I'm excited to see how many of the recipes begin with like a bouillabaisse with the blood of my enemies. That's is it a stew? What are we? Okay, flip to page 33. What's the recipe?
33. Westerosian fried breakfast. Many folks across Westeros agree. Fried foods are delicious. Characters through the land enjoy plates of fried eggs and meats when they wake. This Westerosian breakfast has fed Ned Stark and King Robert's table, Jon Snow at the Wall, Jaime Lannister at the Inn of the Kneeling Man, and many other adventurers and warriors of the Seven Kingdoms. It serves 2 and includes 6 slices of bacon, 4 sausage links, 4 duck eggs, 2 slices of bread, slightly butter on both sides, some freshly ground salt and pepper to taste.
I forgot to tell you, I just got a duck. I forgot
they have a word of wisdom. If you are watching your fat intake, lean smoked ham or prosciutto can be substituted for bacon. Look at that. Look how useful this unofficial Game of Thrones.
Well, they're worried. You're on the road a lot. And, here's the thing. I mean, Game of Thrones, yeah, you're likely to get killed by swords, but also high cholesterol.
Fair enough. So you can start working through this.
I'm super excited. I'm not even kidding. I'm super excited.
Pentashi mushrooms and butter and garlic, a seductive and aromatic side dish. Arya's lemon cake.
I want to see
Three-finger Hobbs' infamous 3-meat stew. Tyrion's leg of lamb. And Tears of Lys, all kinds of stuff. So lots of things.
I want to see what they have from the Isle of Dorne. But yes.
So you can start.
That is very exotic and hot. That's where everybody is really good looking, really sexual, and I feel like everything. I feel like even the sex smells like curry.
Okay, all right, there we go. Well, I am going to go make my last batch of really boring non-sex related pancakes. I'm going to see you tomorrow. Everybody else, since it turns out that I was mistaken and we do not have football next week, we will see everybody else next week, 5 p.m. Central. In the meantime, if any stories pop up in your feed throughout the week, please hit us up on all of our socials. We're happy to talk about those as well. We encourage you to like and subscribe to our social media as well. And always just ping us, because that's what we did, is we started this to go ahead and start a community. So it's always great to check in with everybody. Thanks to Peggy and Wendy and Carolyn and Sarah and Mike and everybody.
Yes.
Yeah. Everybody that always joins us. So we appreciate you, and be safe and be healthy. And we will see everybody next week. So bye.
Bye. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Someone who take a little time to see that maybe I'm not worthless.